everyone, so today I'm here with another Let's Talk video. My last Let's Talk video, which was the first in this sort of like series, went over so well. Like, I had no idea that it would go over that well. You guys really seemed to enjoy it and we really chatted in the comments and it was so fun to hear your guys' opinions and things like that. And the only thing that I disliked about that video was I literally got no recommendations for new Let's Talk topics, and I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll have to figure it out, which isn't terrible, but I really wanted some topics. So if you guys have any topics for me for any Let's Talk future videos, definitely leave them in the comments, as well as your opinions on this particular topic that I'm talking about today, which is online college. So I've been getting a lot of questions, both Brian and myself have been getting a lot of questions recently on our daily vlog channel about what we go to school, what it's like going to an online college, and things like that. We both go to different online universities. Brian goes to Full Sail University, and he's actually going to be making another video similar to this, kind of explaining his college experience and kind of telling you about the school and everything that he's experienced so far. So I will link his channel down below, as well as if the video is already up the video, but definitely go subscribe and definitely check out that video if you're still interested, because I know a lot of you have been, and I wanted to make a whole video really dedicated to it to kind of give you guys my thoughts, my opinions. Okay, so the online college or the online university that I go to is Kaplan University. I have been going since March of this year. I actually applied the day I brought Avery home from the hospital. I applied to go to Kaplan. I had been searching for many different online colleges, online degrees for a while. I was originally intending to go to a community college, and then after a couple of years potentially transferring into a university. That was kind of like my plan throughout high school. And then a couple years after high school, I took 2 years off in between high school and college. I don't mind it. I don't regret it or anything like that. I kind of had like a 2-year off period, and I know for a lot of people that can be kind of hard, because once people go, are out of school and they realize what it's like to be out of school, they don't want to go back. At least that's what I have heard, but I wanted to go back. That's me. So I took 2 years off, and I started, like I said, in March of this year was my first term. So I have gone through 2 terms in my school, and I'm currently on my 3rd. I'm going for my bachelor's degree in healthcare administration, if you guys are curious. But anyway, so like I was saying, I had been searching many different online colleges, online degrees for what I wanted in particular, which was healthcare administration. And a lot of them I just wasn't feeling. Like, I was doing like the application and I would exit out halfway through because I just wasn't really feeling the college, and it just, I don't know, I'm like very particular. I came across Kaplan and I really liked what they had to say, like in their info and their FAQ and their about Kaplan and about the degree. Like, I just really liked the way everything was set up. So I did apply, and I was obviously accepted into the university. Once you're accepted, you do get into contact with, like, I believe it's education advising. It's who gets into contact with you, and I really enjoyed the talk that I had with my education advisor. It wasn't like they call you and you have to like basically spill your life story, but I kind of did because that's just me. But you just kind of tell them like the type of degree that you want, and they get you on the right path. So I really liked that. So what you do at Kaplan, or at least how my school works, I feel that my online college is very similar to a regular college in a sense, because we do have like classes, which obviously all colleges have classes, but you actually have to physically register for your classes, because once a week you do have an hour time slot that you register for, that you actually have to sit down at your computer, and you're in kind of like a chat slash like PowerPoint with your professor and your other classmates. You do not have to talk. There is like a chat bar that you can type in, but your professor is talking. There's like a PowerPoint slide that they explain everything for the week. I really like that. I have not heard of any online colleges that do that other than Kaplan, and I really like that because at least what I try to do is I try to register at like the beginning of the week, so that way I have my class like the first day of the week. So that way, like if I have a question about a paper or have a question about an assignment, I can ask my professor and they can answer me, rather than it be at the end of the week and I ask them and it's like I have a day to turn in the paper. So it's not really worth it in my opinion. But I really like that because they go through everything with you, and it's actually like you're being taught. You're not really self-taught. You're not really reading the online digital book and having to figure it out for yourself and send emails back and forth with your professor. You actually have that hour time slot, like a, a class, like a physical class to go to, with that interaction where you can, ask your questions. And I think it works out really well. And you can also chat with your classmates as well. But I like that a lot. That's something that I really liked about Kaplan. So Kaplan's set up a little bit differently as well as far as the school week goes. The first day of the school week is a Wednesday, and then the last day is Tuesday, so it's a little different, but I've obviously gotten used to it. I've been there for 2 terms, and it works out really, really well. There's 10 weeks in a term, so you have like 10 different units, and each week is a different unit, which I have also been liking. Yeah, so I think it's 10 weeks on, 1 week off is what I've been doing. I did 10 weeks from March to June. I had a week off in June. I started back in June, and then I had 10 weeks, and I finished in August, and then I just started back last week. So I think I go to November, and then I have like a week off, and then I go to January, February, something like that. But I'm continuously going. Like I said, I am going for my bachelor's, so it will be 4 years as far as I go. As far as the cost, I do believe it's around $60,000 to $65,000 for my bachelor's. I have been like throwing up in the air that I'm thinking about continuing and getting my master's, but we'll see, because I am paying for my school. I do have student loans. I did fill all the FAFSA and everything. I get full Pell, but yeah, school is pretty expensive. I do believe online school is a little bit more expensive because it is considered like a private education, so it is a little bit more expensive, but in my opinion, for someone who is busy constantly, someone like me who has a child who's working a 40-hour-a-week job, who, has a lot of commitments to other things, school being online is a lot easier. There's a lot of people that are in my classes that are a lot older than I am, that have been out of school for 20 years and are coming back, and their lives are busy as well. And I can understand why they would want to do online college versus going to an actual physical college, because they may feel kind of like out of the loop because there is such younger kids there. For me, I wouldn't feel out of the loop, but in my situation, it's a lot easier. Even when I had planned on just being a stay-at-home mom and I didn't have a job and Brian was working, well, I was thinking about working, but even if I had wanted to stay at home and continue being a stay-at-home mom, I still feel like this would have been a better option for me, just because I've always enjoyed online learning. If you have never taken an online class before, if you have no idea how to do it, they do have like a tutorial, but I think it's going to be a lot harder for someone who has never taken any online classes or has any experience in it. I took a few online classes in college. In high school, I took like accounting online. I took, business and personal finances. I took something else. I took something else online, but I cannot remember what it was to save my life. But I did take a few classes online when I was in high school, so I kind of had the feel for like how online classes work. It's like you have to be dedicated to it because it is all about you. Your assignments are due on like 1 day a week, and you can wait until the last day to turn it in, but I don't recommend that just because there's always issues. Like always, the one time I waited until the last minute to turn in my paper and do my paper, my internet went out and I was really upset. So there's always issues, but I definitely suggest, if you do want to go to online college and you've never taken any sort of online classes before, to do the walkthroughs, to kind of get a feel for it and to really dedicate your time to it, because it is college. You are paying for it. It's not like a joke. It's not any easier. You're still taking, the classes that are accredited, that are on the same curriculum as other classes that are in, physical universities. You have textbooks and things. So I definitely suggest, if you commit to it, you will succeed. It is something that you really have to work hard at. I know a lot of people in my classes have really struggled, and I haven't struggled at all. I've been on the dean's list, pat on my back, but I haven't really struggled because I'm really good with time management. I set aside time each night to do an assignment. So I mean, if you guys have seen my planner videos, you know I do like a couple things or one thing a night as far as my classes go. And I've really been liking that. It's been working out well for me. Like I said, if you don't wait until last minute, you'll be fine. But yeah, like I just said before, I know a lot of people are really hesitant about it, and I have read like a couple of bad reviews about Kaplan online, but literally the reason the reviews are bad is because they didn't commit their time to it. Like, I'm reading the reviews and I'm like, why are they saying they didn't enjoy their classes? And then they go to say, well, it could have been because maybe I didn't, commit my time to it. And it is just like a regular school. You really still have to commit your time to it. Like I said before, if I'm paying for these classes, I'm gonna be, doing the best that I possibly can. So do I recommend Kaplan? I do. If you really are looking for an online college, if you do not want the physical college experience, if you have so much time on your hands that you really can't take time to go to an actual physical class, I do recommend it. I think it works really, really well. I personally, like I said, I enjoy it. I love my classes. I have taken I'm on my 5th and 6th class. I'm really enjoying it. It's worked out well for me. I really like it. And yeah, I think, you know, this has been the best possible solution to what I wanted to do, and I'm very, very happy about that. So that is kind of my Let's Talk Online College experience video. Like I said, Brian will be doing one kind of similar to this. He's had a kind of a bit of a different experience just because he takes one class a month. So he's been in school for almost a year, so he's taken 12 classes and it's very accelerated. So it's a little bit difficult, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do accelerated. I like the 10 weeks, the spaced out learning. It works out well for me. But that is it for this video. Again, if you have any specific topics, let me know. And if you are in a, like, you know, regular physical college, or if you do online classes, definitely let me know your thoughts on what you're doing. If it's similar to my situation or anything like that, I'd really like to know what you guys are doing, because I know I have a lot of people in the demographic of 18 to 24, which is like prime college experience time. So definitely let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and subscribe to me if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.